What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Respect the Game podcast. My name is Edward, named after a great man, that being my pops. Shout out to my mother, my grandmother, my granny for helping raise me too. Please go follow at Emax Stats for all your up-to-date high school, pro, and collegiate sports coverage. Will not disappoint. We'll keep you up to date on all that is going on in the beautiful, illustrious sports world. Um, the Olympics is coming up. For those who don't know, in the Olympics, though you have your big NBA tournament amongst the USA basketball, China, so on and so forth. They actually have 3-on-3 in the Olympics. If you didn't know, and tonight that is what we will be running as our brother Black Peace is courtside watching Wemby take on our Houston Rockets with the family getting a spring break started off. So shout out to him for being a great father, great spouse, treating his family to the Rockets game. But yeah, we're gonna be holding it down tonight in his absence. What is a podcast without your brother and beautiful people?
Big brother Iron Man, Sean Hort is up. Sean Hort Surgical Pics, Twitter and Instagram. Let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. It is I, the one and only, Sedacious Miles. And on behalf of me and my brothers, I want to say thank you so much for supporting us and rocking with us thus far. coopb.com and go follow me on Instagram at I am Sedacious. That's IAMSEDATAIOUS. Let's go.
Alrighty, man. We'll start here with respect it or check it, right? Uh the context of the story is the same. I heard it earlier in the week, but forgot where I heard it from. But the context of the story is accurate. So regardless if like the numbers are like verbatim or not. I heard this on the Breakfast Club, right? Respect it or check it. Son, father gives his son $100 to flip on FanDuel, making bets, right? However, at the start of the son trying to turn this 100 into multiple thousands, he loses like 50 out the gate. So immediately after giving the son $100, the dad, like the next day, is just like, yo, like, did we hit last night? Like, what we doing? And the son like, nah, man, nah, I lost parlay with the like I lost the 50. And right then and there, immediately the father was just like, oh, the hell with it, man, I'm done with you. You making me think you about to cash this out if I give you this 100. Like, man, ain't nobody worried about them funky ass bets you call yourself doing. So the son like, all right, pops, it is what it is. It's cool. Later on, with $50 left, that son turns that $50 he had into like 5,200. Why don't we, right? So the son geeked, hyped off hitting for the 5,200. Uh the dad is like, oh, word, bet. That's what's up. We hit for 5,200. And the son's like, what you mean we? You told me, you told me after I lost that first. You told me after I lost that 50, like you weren't really rocking with me no more. Like, what you mean we? And so that is how the story unfolded. And like on the Breakfast Club, I think it's called like "Get It Off Your Chest" or like "Tell Us Why You Mad." And so the father called into the radio station, and like that's why he was mad, trying to get that off his chest. Like my damn son, I gave him $100, he turned it into 5,200, and then act like he don't want to split the profits with me just because I checked out on him after he lost the very first bet. Uh, respect it or check it. The son not being willing to split those profits with his pops, who he got the initial seed investment with, considering the pops wrote him off for dead after his first loss.
You got to check it. Me personally.
Go ahead, today. I see Isaac's face, but go ahead.
I guess literally just at least the $100 or whatever, the 100 plus whatever interest you want to put on it for the initial investment, and that's it. That's the only reason I check it. I don't think that there should be no percentage splits. I think if anything, he should receive 100% of his investment, which is the $100, and whatever I put on top, just for you looking out whenever I need you to look out. Because without your money, I don't have the opportunity to do this. So I at least gotta make you square, and then we good. But if I made 5,200, like you may see 200.
Damn.
Respect to the check it is
I don't have no choice but to respect that, but I probably would have went about it a little differently. I definitely would have gave him the original investment amount back for sure, hands down. Because without you, I'm not in this position. However, on top of that, anything extra is literally just that, unless we had some type of agreement, right? Like, and see, that's where it gets tricky to me. Like, see, family is being business, right? Because when you start putting money into it, it just has an opportunity to get ugly, right? Because who's to say I don't win anything, right? Are you looking for that original $100 back? You're not looking for anything else afterwards, right? But contingent on me winning, do I owe you half? Am I obligated to? You know what I mean? Like, what are we? What's the law there? So I just feel like the moral compass takes over a little bit there, and it's like, okay, definitely, I just want 5,200. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. That 200 is yours for sure. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, just for being my dad type shit. Like, I would probably give you a band. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna ball. We gonna ball. But the whole I think where it starts to turn, is the complete disbelief or the faith, oh ye of little faith, right? That just got to going after I didn't win the first night. And that probably would have pissed me off a little bit. And I would have been like, you know what, man, I appreciate you. But your faith the size of a mustard seed wasn't really mustard seed like that. So what I'm gonna do is, first off, I wouldn't told him how much. I've been like, I did win some money.
Exactly.
Here's this.
Yeah.
God
Exactly.
bless you. I
Let me
love
bless
you.
I hit for that 200.
If you need me, call me.
Or send me
This is
another
your-
100.
You know what I'm saying? No, don't send me shit. I'm cool.
Yeah, no, I'm done with you.
But like, we off and running now.
Yeah. So yeah, what my boy said, yeah, it is tricky because like you wrote me off type ish. Like really, right there, I'm supposed to just take this 100 as a whole blessing at that point. When you like, you wasting my time. Okay, now the 100 is a blessing. So whatever I do with it, I thank you for blessing me in a time where I needed you. But now I'm up, so it is what it is. Now if you be like, hey yo, remember that one time I blessed you? If you can, hold me down, I appreciate it. Then yeah, but that's until you ask. Other than that, I'm gonna just have to take it as a blessing. Especially with you doubting me. With you doubting me, now you just became a naysayer and a hater for me. Now I gotta prove you wrong with your own $100. You're lucky I don't give you the 50 back and be like, man, before I lose this, I just want to go ahead, give you your money back, sitting on the whole 5,000. You don't even know.
Yeah. Nah, man. That's a good respect to check it. Now when I first heard it, I really couldn't help but die laughing.
I would have kind of played the guard role in this sense, like I'm gonna bless you to the extent of what your faith allows.
Oh, that's good. That's a good.
You know what I'm saying? And
good
nothing
one.
more, nothing less.
That's a good one.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, really, the 1,000 is really
shake down, press
together
and run it over. Yeah.
The 200, I think, is more than enough. You got double your investment,
bro.
Yeah,
you made out
like
well.
that's a win in any market.
That's a win. That's a win in any exactly. So
Yeah, man.
But that 5,000, thank you to Yahweh.
Yeah.
We're gonna build off
Hallelujah.
that. And hallelujah, and keep going.
In his
It
name.
ain't my fault he don't want you to be able to take 100 and turn it into 5 like me. It is what it is.
Come on, man. We talking about somebody 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread, and you
Yeah, I
talking about
mean.
we talking about $100.
King James has the past weekend. King James surpasses 40,000 career points, the only player in NBA history to ever do that. Obviously, that is another added notch of greatness to LeBron's shrine, all the accomplishments that he has. But the question at hand is, do y'all foresee LeBron's record whenever he decides to retire being surpassed? The closest player to him is Kevin Durant with 28,000 career points. And LeBron is 40,000 and counting. Literally at this point now, every bucket LeBron James makes his
It's history.
Yeah.
I don't believe it'll ever be passed, and the reason why is because if you surmount the amount of playoff minutes alone, that's equaled out to a lot of guys' career minutes in general. So just that alone, I don't think we're gonna have somebody that gets to 9 straight finals.
Right.
A team has never done that. So you're talking about a person who's literally for a whole decade straight, we can call it the LeBron James Invitational. Quite literally. Now, he didn't win all of them, but the fact that you have the recipe and you're able to get there year after year after year, there's something to be said about that. I don't think that's going to be duplicated. And because I don't think that will be duplicated, I don't think anybody catches them. I think it's one of those, it starts getting into that wilt atmosphere, right? Like, man, we ain't never going to get to 100. Like, you know what I mean? It'll be one of those unattainable things to where it's like, man, that's unreal, bro. That Bron record, like, ain't nobody gonna, get to 44,000 points. Because that's where he trending towards, right? He stops at 44,000 points, man, I think you can hang it up. I don't think anybody's gonna have the longevity that will rival him. That's like asking, is somebody gonna play as long and be as productive as Tom Brady? Patrick Mahomes has a chance.
I was going to say, hold on.
I know, but he's the only one, right? And that has just arisen as of recently. You know what I'm saying?
When he said
I don't see that in
Brady,
basketball yet.
Yeah, no, for sure. But when you said Tom Brady, my brain immediately spoke. Wait, where we going with this?
Well, yeah, I'm like,
but now I feel you.
Nah, Pat definitely on his way. Scarily enough.
we ain't never seen that. I guess LeBron didn't come like immediately after Jordan, but like for Tom Brady to retire and then Patrick Mahomes immediately is like we ain't never seen it like that. So Tom Brady, but I get where you was going, and you couldn't have put the LeBron soliloquy any more profound because it's like a fact. You know what I mean? It's like, well, no, it's not a fact. It's not a fact yet because who knows with the NBA going on in the lineage that it'll have, that by the time we're long gone, there won't be some player who's a generational talent who can go to 9 straight finals. But it ain't happened in like 21 years, so I don't see it happening.
Nobody's ever been to 9 straight finals in the history of the league. So
And
that's what I'm saying.
Which leads me to believe we're probably going to wait another 75 years for that player to come.
Because also too, you added I forget where I heard this point, but like you think about now with like load management, so guys aren't trying to play that many games. That's one. And then two,
not with that new rule in place.
Then two, guys are you're gonna have a long list of guys who've been in the league 20 plus years, but they can't maintain that level of
they body, bro. I feel like after a while, even some of them top players, you just it's so natural to get complacent, bro. And to not want to do it at that high of a level anymore. Man, I did that already. I won already. I got my money. I'm cool. Most guys get complacent. Tom Brady didn't get complacent, right? Always was pushing the envelope. So when you got a guy and had the funds to do it, right? So, and I look at that, a guy who's in that position from a football perspective is Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna have the funds to do so. And then it's just from that, it's the mentality. Who are you as a person? What are you really about? And as he's shown in the early parts of his career, he about winning. Like, and that's it. Like, he don't care about anything else. He care about winning. Even and to think taking a $500 million contract was team friendly is fucking insane. Right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna sign for $500 million. Yeah, that. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Ooh. Like it really helped us out because you think about it, him getting paid $50 million a year compared to these other guys. You know what are they getting paid? Man, Joe Burrow just signed for how much? 250,
Right.
272, something like that. Yeah, his extension is coming up, and they definitely about to redo that because if I'm him, about that. I think I even outperformed this one. I'm outperforming it so far.
Yeah. Real quick tangent. Where does Browning go? Or do you think he got to show that he could do it again? Because he was very formidable with Joe Burrow being out. Like, does he get shipped somewhere for maybe more pieces for the Bengals?
I'm not gonna lie, he definitely. I didn't expect the offense to do what it did. When he was at the helm at quarterback, I think that's a valid question. I think he's shown that he has the potential to maybe be a starter in the league, if not for sure a top 3 backup, in the league, which is valuable, right? Backup quarterback is probably the best job in America. Yeah, it's me. At least top 5.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree if he can't find me, but quarterback, it's just like it's so not an exciting position anymore. I mean, of course
What?
you have the elites that make it exciting, but it used to be way more like competitive on some stuff. I feel like the league was always sold up with good quarterbacks, and now it just ain't the same when it comes to that position.
What era do you feel was flooded with amazing quarterbacks like it isn't now? You know what I think you know what I think is happening now? Because I actually think the opposite. I think the league is as stacked as it's ever been at multiple positions, right? You can look and see, man, there's 5 to 6 quarterbacks who you wouldn't mind having on your team, and we can rattle those off rather quickly, right? Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. You throw C.J. Stroud in that conversation now. Josh Allen. That's 5 guys who 99% of teams would not mind having on their, their roster right now this minute. And it's a lot more guys 5 through 10 who debate worthy in regards to still being elite. Within the league, you got your Herberts of the world. You got guys incoming in the draft class coming up. Can Caleb Williams climb into that conversation pretty quickly? Is Kyler Murray still viewed as elite 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback who just recently got a huge extension? So it's conversations to be had at multiple positions. And I think receiver by far is probably the most stacked that it's ever been in history. You can look, it's pretty much a definitive number 1 guy on almost on every team, right? Receiver is definitely one of those positions where it's becoming more and more talented by the draft. So again, incoming guys.
I agree when it comes to all the other positions, but I feel like the electricity isn't where it used to be when it comes to quarterback play, like the Donovan McNabbs, the Dante Culpeppers. What's the boy that played for Arizona? When Carson Palmer was doing his thing, Andy Dalton was kind of rocking out a little bit.
This dude said Andy Dalton.
When he was with
when he was with the Bengals and they called him the Red Rifle. I mean, I give you that, bro, but the guys you naming, those guys that I just named, they aren't better than those guys, bro. Like the quarterback has been probably some of the most exciting play I ever seen. You talking about Lamar Jackson, the guy who just won his second MVP. Who recently we had a guy in Patrick Mahomes who reinvented the position, who just won, you know what I mean? What his second regular season MVP not too long ago, just a year before Lamar did. So I'm looking at the league in its totality. I think what's happening is we have a guy in the league who's just so far and ahead of everybody else to where it makes everybody else look like, damn, why can't y'all do that? And he's making it look easy, and it's really not easy historically, as we've seen, right? Playing the quarterback position is probably one of the hardest positions to play
I guess
in
it has
our
also has
sport,
to do
right?
with coaching too, and that marriage as well, because
I think the
he's
quality of coaches are declining. Well, you know what? I'll take that back. It's a lot more mediocre coaches than it is elite coaches. But I think you can say the same in regards to positions, right? I mean, you got your cream of the crop. Obviously, I just stated the wide receivers are a bit more saturated in these past few years with the draft being just so immense and packed with wide receiver talent. But you got a lot of guys, in my opinion, who can't scheme it up better than probably some of the top 5 to 6 guys in the coaches. And then after that, it's kind of like a precipitous drop off. Would you agree? As far as like the coaching ranks, yeah.
That's
Do
crazy.
as a Texans fan, Sedacious, you can join in on this if you decide to. Do
Crossover, brother. It's better on this side.
do we want Saquon Barkley?
Yes. This nigga, I'm about to say, we talking to Texas fan. Oh, you ain't gonna answer that? You ain't no Texas fan? Well, let me. Of course we do, right? Especially in Bobby Slowick's run scheme that rivals or comparison to Kyle Shanahan, the one that they run in, up there in San Francisco. You're essentially asking, can Saquon Barkley be Christian McCaffrey in his system? And the answer to that is absolutely, right? He has the physical abilities and the talent to do so, can catch the ball out of the backfield, can run between the tackles, has speed to get away and high gear, skate away from secondary and, third level defenders. So I think the easy answer to that is yes, right? But I think go ahead.
I was gonna say too, everything you said and Saquon Barkley being great. Who doesn't want a great running back on their team? I would just say my only reservation, whether it's a real reservation or not, is I would still want the offense to flow as if like this is CJ Stroud's team. And I say that to say I don't want this to be like, because like there were games where it's like
the Saquon Barkley show where they leaned on the running game
too
much and they didn't unleash CJ
it,
like they should have.
That's my only reservation.
I think partly because of that is because he was a rookie, you just didn't know what you were going to get. But honestly, your eyes probably told you after the first 3 or 4 games that this is probably going to be pretty consistent, right?
Yeah.
This is who this guy is. But as a rookie, right, you don't know. So I think Bobby Slowick was playing it safe, and rightfully so, right? We're going to still lean on the run game. So when we do go play action, our guy who can pretty much do everything, we're going to open up. I think they open up the playbook completely wide open this upcoming year. And I don't think it becomes a Saquon Barkley show. I think Saquon Barkley just becomes the ultimate complement to CJ and what we want to do. And I think even more complimentary, when Saquon gets involved in the pass game and how electric he can be. Man, we re-signed Nico, go get another guy in the draft, Donnie Mitchell. Or Xavier Worthy if he want to slide back and we get him.
Come back to Texas.
I'm telling you, they let us get somebody like that, bro. Good fucking luck.
Yeah, Tank
Cowboys.
come back healthy.
Yeah. I ain't off y'all, man. You
Uh,
better hope we don't see y'all. You better pray.
do we play the Cowboys this year?
Man, you better hope we don't.
Let me check real quick.
Because you not going to hit the end
I
of
feel
it.
like
Matter
we
of fact,
do.
I'm going to get a
Yeah,
CJ
it's
Stroud
every
jersey.
4 years.
I thought it had changed. They just
Yeah, they ducking that. You know what time it is.
they ducking the
If it
smoke.
is, it's gonna be in Arlington.
Cause I thought like it'll like be like, I know you say every 7. I thought it was like every 2 years, but it'll rotate. Not every 2 years, but
Probably
after
every
that
4.
7 year or every 4, like they at least have back-to-back years where one in Arlington, one in Houston. But that's me assuming. Yeah, we play y'all this year. Yep. On the road, Arlington. Yep, we play y'all this year.
Yeah, I watched the last game with Darnell when they was in Houston at his house. We
Okay.
lost. We
We
lost by
lost.
3.
Staying in the vein of career high points. Man, Caitlin Clark leads Division One both for both men and women for most points scored in her career, surpassing for the women's first, beating out Kelsey Plum for the record for the women, and then for both women and men passing Pistol Pete. Am I?
Yep, P. Maravich.
Yeah, Pistol Pete P. Maravich. Yeah, 3,685 career points and counting. And so my question would be, because obviously y'all know I'll be tuned into the women's college hoops. There was quite some time when Kelsey Plum held the record. And obviously, Pete Maravich, she has had the record for 30, 20 plus, 20 plus years, right? Caitlin Clark now holds this record, and again, 33,685 and counting. I don't think, well, I won't say I don't think, I will say I would not be surprised if Caitlin doesn't hold that record for that long. Not even, I mean, for forever. Somebody gonna come get it regardless. But I would say within the next 4 to 5 years, I would not be surprised if Juju Watkins from USC comes and gets that record, because her numbers are fairly similar in terms of like what she averaging in her freshman season, just like Caitlin Clark. She could shoot the 3 ball just like Caitlin Clark to kind of add on to some of those points. And even apart from the style of their game, Juju Watkins is the entire offense for USC, just how Caitlin Clark is the entire offense for Iowa. Both averaging 39 minutes a game, only coming out for the last 30 seconds before halftime to get a little extra break. And maybe if you blowing people out occasionally, like you're going to come out in the fourth quarter. So I will put a bid in for the women college hoops that either Juju Watkins gets this record in the next 4 years, and it also helps too for men. I don't think it's gonna happen for men simply because of like the one and done and guys not sticking around for 4 years to like go get the record. That's one. Then two, Juju Watkins, either Juju Watkins or from Notre Dame, she's a true freshman as well, Hannah Hidalgo. Instant offense, another point guard. She playing every minute for Notre Dame. Right now, she averaging 23. Probably have to get that up a few ticks to like be able to compete, because right now,
To be on pace.
Yeah, to be on pace, because Juju right now averaging like 26, 27. But yeah, Hannah Hidalgo from Notre Dame or Juju Watkins for USC, I think has the best chance right now to eclipse Caitlin Clark's record within the next 4 to 5 years. And also too, it helps with and barring injury and stuff like that, of course, but it also helps too with like the WNBA and their rules where you have to play a full 4 years before being considered to come into the WNBA draft. So like they have no choice but to stay in college and get buckets. Also too, right, we talk about the complexity of like LeBron reaches that 40,000 career mark because of his playoff success and constantly always going deep into the playoffs and to the NBA finals. That also plays a role with the success that Caitlin Clark has had like these last few years. Like she's made deep runs into the playoffs last year, obviously making it all the way to the championship, probably looking to make another deep run this upcoming March Madness. And Juju Watkins, USC, they're ranked. Notre Dame, they're ranked. And so it's all about when March gets here, can you allow your team to make those deep runs for you to constantly be able to rack up those points to possibly surpass Caitlin Clark. But Caitlin Clark, absolute GOAT, absolute legend. And let me say this too. I was thinking about this in terms of people talking about the marketability of like the WNBA and it's boring and it's this and it's that. Indiana Fever or whoever gets Caitlin Clark, I know she'll be a rookie, and to a degree, you know, your rookies, they have to pay their dues and so on and so forth. But
Not her. She ain't
Caitlin
got to pay
Clark,
nothing.
if you want more eyeballs on the WNBA, no matter where
Gotta
she
give her
goes,
step treatment.
she
Gotta
has
unleash her.
to start. Period. Nobody. It would be
what?
it would be an atrocity to the WNBA.
She top 5 if she go into the WNBA now. I want to be on record, and I don't think I'm breaking news when I'm saying that.
I'm not gonna say top 5 right now.
Man, okay, give me your 5.
I'm not
5
gonna say.
that's better than her right now.
Pro level or collegiate level?
Pros.
So you
5
saying
that's better than her?
You saying it's 5?
Name 'em.
You saying it's 5
5,
pros?
yes. 5.
Okay.
Name them.
Brianna.
Okay.
Asia.
Okay.
Jewel.
I don't know.
That's fine. That's fine.
Tough.
That's fine. Collier. Chelsea Gray.
I'm gonna go Collier. Gray. I'm not sold on that.
Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, come on, bro. Think about this. This is what you got to factor in, bro. This is what you got to factor in. You can't factor in Caitlin as if she's going to immediately come in doing in the WNBA what she's doing in college. Because right now in the WNBA, the only player who gets that luxury with the supreme green light is Jewel Lloyd because she's on a bad team. And that's about the change. Oh my God, who did I say? I said
I'm telling you is
hold on. Let me. Who did I say? I said Asia. I said Brianna, Nafisha, Collier.
Those are the only 3 that was definitive.
Jewel, Naka.
You forgot to listen to Thomas.
AT, and the list goes on.
But do it go on though? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's debatable. Is my point. It's debatable.
I wouldn't even say it's debatable. I would say with the respect, with respecting the game of what the WNBA is and how great those players are. I'm not saying Caitlin Clark ain't gonna come in. Easy. That's debatable. That's debatable. But I can't give you top 5. I can't give you top 5.
She top 10 for sure. Top 5 is debatable. I'll give you that. But top 10, I think is a definite lock. I can't name 10 WNBA players that's better than her that I would rather have right now on my team to impact winning.
I think you have to see how her game is gonna translate, because I think you just have to see how her game gonna translate. I'm not saying she's not fit to come wreak havoc.
Translates in any game.
What offense? What team?
You're right, but I don't want to. It could be the Jimmer Fredette type. But damn, Jimmer Fredette didn't lead the NCAA in points, bro.
He did. Jimmer did lead the league. Well, had a year where he
I'm talking about
all-time career points.
All-time,
I got you.
As far as the consistency factor of consistently killing niggas every year.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't killing niggas, so hold on. Let me killing people. Shout out Jimmer.
Yeah, man. Nah, But yeah, no, I'm not saying Kaylin ain't gonna come in and have a great season. I'm not saying like she probably. I would say you just make sure she's starting because she's probably going to be on like the Fever, and the person who starts for the Fever is I want to say it's not Taylor.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Her and
Boston.
Aaliyah Boston is about to be generational. If the coach stopped taking Aaliyah Boston out the game the whole fourth quarter, what's up with that? Okay,
Kelsey.
They was tanking for Caitlin. I get it now. Okay, it makes sense. I swear to God, she better be starting every fourth quarter and playing damn near the majority of them.
So the Indiana Fever, like 3 guards that are in heavy rotation for them is your starter and Kelsey Mitchell, and then Christy Wallace and Erica Wheeler. I'm sorry, but like either you trade them off somewhere or one of them gotta like you gotta give Caitlin the floor to like help add to the eyeballs of the WNBA. And this is apart from X's and O's and whether or not she's gonna be good. A lot of us like to believe she's gonna be good. May struggle a bit here and there, whatever. But make sure she start. Make sure she get those eyeballs on the WNBA, and like let's just let her flourish. This ain't no like I don't even know who the Fever coach is, but this ain't no Christy Sides.
We'll have somebody new in there probably. I don't know until that.
This ain't no
whatever Caitlin wants.
Hypothetically, if Caitlin was to struggle as a coach, it ain't your job in this circumstance to be like she not ready or she's struggling. You need to allow the public to see that for ourselves so we know, all right, she's struggling, it's taking her time to catch on to the WNBA. But you as a coach, don't put her on the bench and be like she ain't ready. No. This is bigger than basket. This is bigger than X's and O's. You want eyeballs, you want more marketability, you want higher TV ratings, so on and so forth. Play Caitlin Clark. Oh, Sedacious. So you wasn't here last week. So this is, and you can add on to Isaac if you want to, but this is second half NBA predictions. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Do you have any predictions you want to put out there? You want to be marked down for? You want the people to know? So you can't be like, I woulda, coulda, shoulda. I thought I had said I seen that game and I thought I had a hunch. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Second half NBA prediction locked in.
I think the Mavs. Oh, my fault. Go ahead. Wow, we was gonna say that.
It was going to the same place. Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, you go ahead, bro.
I think if the Mavs see the Clippers in the playoffs, it could be curtains. I know. I know.
You're not wrong. That history is astronomical. So you're not wrong.
And then you add somebody like Reed to the equation because he was doing that with Jalen Brunson. And that's no disrespect to Brunson, but Brunson, Reed, respectfully. But brother, you want to talk about it being a game of matchups? Horrible matchup for the Clippers because James can't guard and Terrence Mann is gonna get exposed. And Terrence Mann is a good defender for all the NBA. Oh, but Terrence Mann can defend. He can't fucking hold Kyrie. You know it. We all know it. You're gonna have to sick George or Kawhi on him, and you asking that of them all series. I ain't even mentioned Luka yet.
Like, we haven't even got there.
Extremely tough, man. The Mavs could be a tough out for anybody because when that one-on-one game and half court get to cooking, I don't think I want nobody. Who you want besides those two right now? Man, in that situation, like it's 5 minutes in the game and it's 5 points here or there, they way or our way. Either I like them to close it out or to hawk that lead down and you know what I'm saying, and maintain it, bro. They're gonna be picking and turning. Your turn down? All right, bet. I got next one. Oh, you,
Well, I
you
was,
gonna go 2 times in a row? All right, cool.
yeah, I was gonna call Luca. Luca making it to the Western Conference Finals, and whoever he meets, whether it be Denver or the Clippers, I think he could take them out. And I don't know. I can't call Milwaukee yet with Dame and Giannis. It's looking promising, but I can't
They
call
not
it.
going nowhere, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They got that Doc Rivers monkey on our back. Nobody believes in us.
Mhm. A team can't overcome Doc Rivers, as you can see. The only people that could do it was a generational Rondo, a prime Ray Allen, a
You need
prime
3 teams
KG,
of Hall of
and a
Famers.
prime
Four.
Paul Pierce. 4 Hall
Yeah.
of Famers.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm sorry that you had some more.
And Kendrick Perkins. But you
And
gotta
shout out
shout
to the
out
Texas
you gotta
representative.
shout out Kendrick Perkins.
Port Arthur. Yeah.
The Beaumont. He from
Oh,
Beaumont.
No,
Beaumont, my
that's
bad.
that's it. That's all I got. Still watching Steph and them and see what they gonna give me. Pause. But Luca looking like a real promising star right now. So we'll see.
Who do you have for your MVP prediction, Sedacious?
Oh shit, he might get that too. Yeah, that's how it's looking.
I
All
think
right.
If
him
not,
or Shea.
then Jokic.
I think it's Luka, Shea, and Jokic.
Let's have this
But
conversation real quick. Why don't y'all think that Jason Tatum is a fan favorite for the MVP? Do y'all think like people can't really unsee the finals performance? And that's why he gets slighted on MVP considerations, even though it shouldn't be the case, but that just is what it is.
Nah, I think we're waiting to see what else he got. We waiting to see something substantial in the postseason. You know, as of now and as of late, we've yet to see it. And then you uttered out Kobe Bryant, bro. So I mean, you kind of put this on yourself. You know what I mean? Because those are big shoes to fill. And you know, Kobe struggled too, which Jason Tatum isn't doing. But yet and still, bro, I think people just want to see that extra gear, that next level. And until we see it, until it stops looking like, you know, all of your success is a result of Jaylen Brown, then yeah, I think that's when we'll start to take it serious. It's like you in a Shaq and Kobe situation, but y'all ain't winning championships.
All right, so yes or no? Are the Mavericks making the playoffs?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Yes or no? Are the Lakers making the playoffs?
That's a tough one.
of course, man.
All right. Yes or no? Are the Warriors making the playoffs?
Talk about it. We said play in or playoffs.
Man, bro, playoffs.
Playoffs. Playoffs. So you kidding
They
me?
will win any playing game against any of those
Yeah.
clowns,
Yes. Lakers
and they
going
will
to the
get into the playoffs. And I think the Warriors may be right behind them,
Yeah, Lakers going.
especially the new lineup they done found out when Clay coming off the bench with Kuminga and Pozemeski. And I don't know, but
So here's the thing. The reason I asked that question is because at the 6th spot, you got the Suns, right? Which they don't have to. If the playoffs started today, you got the Lakers, the Mavericks, and the Warriors and the Kings. That's 4 teams and only 2 spots. So everybody can't go. So which 2 teams are you picking to make the playoffs out of the Kings, Mavericks, Lakers, and the Warriors?
damn.
Yeah.
Mavericks for
Mavs and the
sure.
Lakers. Mavs and the
Mavericks.
Lakers. I just don't see anybody overcoming the size of the Lakers. Paul.
Yeah. Same. Oh.
Oh, okay. You know, I was watching the Mavs the other day, and I don't think like cohesively as a team they're great. Outside of obviously like Luka Magic and I feel like during the regular season, like Kyrie, he has his moments, but we all know which I live for is like playoffs. So like I don't want to like talk down on like the Mavs or Kyrie and Luka like
Please don't disrespect them.
off regular season performance when like we know what they're capable of, right? Um, and right at three, at 1 through 3, you got the Timberwolves, you got the Thunder, and you got the Nuggets. And I think for the Timberwolves and the Thunder, they're in a situation where it's like you gotta prove, like you gotta show us. Like we never seen Luke. I mean, we never seen Shea in a playoff series before. So it's like as great as he's been, like in a regular season, it's just like, what does that look like when for 4, 5, 6 straight games, like you're the game plan and we're like all gunning to stop you. Um, Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards is Anthony Edwards. But then we seen how non-existent, teams make Rudy Gobert in the playoffs. So like what does that look like for the Timberwolves? Uh Anthony Edwards. I don't know what's been wrong with you and like rebounding lately, my guy. But like you 7 foot, bro. Like get it together.
He just went for 14 the other night,
I don't know what
but of
night that
course
was.
it's when you don't bet on them.
Right, far few and in between. So I feel like the Timberwolves still have a lot to prove, and the as well as the Thunder. So if you're a 7th or 8th seed and you get that matchup between the OKC and or the Timberwolves, that just may be a case in point of like we're the Lakers, we have more experience, and so we're just gonna know how to beat y'all. Whereas we saw that happen last year where the Kings were the higher seed to the Warriors, but the Warriors in a game 7, even on the road, had not just the talent, but it seemed like they just had more and knowledge on like knowing, figuring out how to win games that they need to win in the playoffs.
Man, Steph Curry.
Right. Along with that experience, right? So yeah, man. Yeah, I don't remember what my NBA predictions were. Um
How y'all
last
think the East shape out?
I think
Wow.
I think as long as the Bucks stay at 2, I think as long as the Bucks stay at 2, I'ma say that they meet maybe the Celtics in the first. See, right now the Pacers are at 8. I would love to see a Bucks Heat series, and I would love to see but I really
Bucks wouldn't love that because I feel like they're gonna get out coached top to bottom easily. I'm
Spo.
talking about that is gonna be an
Ah,
exposing. You know what? I hope that's the matchup. I
Dame,
pray they
Dame and Giannis, Dame and bro,
you
Dame and Giannis not going
I
out in the
forget.
first
I ain't
round.
gonna lie though, yeah. I be forgetting about like Dame's playoff Dame, like because that is a real thing, bro. Like
I know
and
it's Doc
especially Dame in the
Rivers.
East.
Yeah,
Oh, he ain't finna
like
kill you, nigga, in the
Dame and
East.
Giannis are not going out in the first round. I don't care who they playing. That's not happening.
Hey, guys, hey, we're fine.
Dame, just get the ball, run it. Yeah.
We just gotta play. Players gotta play,
But
and coach gotta coach.
that was my prediction last week. I had said that if the Pacers met the Bucks were going to sweep the Pacers. But I'll just say this: the Bucks are not going out in the
So
first
just like
round.
that, Jake.
The Bucks are not going out in the first
Can we get
round
that clipped
if
up?
everybody is healthy. Oh, the Doc Rivers. Oh, for sure, of course. No, we got you. We got you. We got you.
That's going viral. I'm calling it right now.
Coach got a coach.
I mean, if you shoot the ball, hey, we gotta make them, guys. We just gotta make them. That's the name of the game,
Oh man, yeah.
What a bum.
So we got phenomenal time, phenomenal show. But we'll wrap it up with some of this some Scheinhart Izzo surgical picks. Not necessarily like any specific bets, but just allowing the people to get a bit of your betting principles or philosophy and what's made you a wealthy man over the past few years betting. And so I'll start it off with this by saying that we was having a conversation a while ago, and I was saying like that most of my profit, I'm pretty sure like the bulk of my profit has probably been off like 90% of like taking unders. And so like I don't know if it's so much that I hunt unders as opposed to just like my eye and my brain just like tends to like see certain things, and I'm like, I think that's
And still hunt unders, right?
It's like I just see certain numbers like this seem like it's either that or like I just hate the feeling of like trying to believe in somebody for an over and they go under Brandon Ingram.
He sold.
It sold out. Everything must go. Maybe even you. So yeah, but I mean, like I can spot I can spot it over. I can spot it over. I know, but my niche I'm good at is like unders. Like that's why I excel. That's why I excel at. But for you, one of the things that like I admire about your betting capability is that like one, you don't discriminate. Two, you don't discriminate with who and what you bet on. And like it's not necessarily always like a community pick. It's just a Scheinhart Izzo like surgical pick. And even so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how I say, like I have an eye for unders. I know you said like when you first started off with Prize Picks, like you was like on unders heavy. So my question to you for the people out there that we're gonna be serving with picks is like, when did your betting philosophy or principle like shift from like you being like an undertaker to where like you start to like understand the science of the overs?
That's a great question because I definitely feel like as a sports enthusiast of prop betting, right? I definitely started out. I feel like ignorance was bliss in the beginning, right? Um, Taking unders, making out huge, right? Essentially, kind of like reversing the books and going against the grain to get the money. But as you learn, just with anything, right? As you kind of keep doing it over time, you kind of learn I wouldn't say the tricks of the trade, but you just more so get more comfortable, and you, like you say, you start having a natural eye to it. I almost equate it to like, if anybody has had any time dibbling and dabbling in the street vernacular,
Eyeball that ground.
you can come on. Well, hold on, Boston George. Not necessarily a gram, but just being able to eyeball work in general, right? And just being able to no scale it and it be lit, right? Sometimes, that which is highly volatile. I don't recommend people do that as far as gambling. What I mean by that is no research involved and you just, eyeballing stuff. But, I think it's just a natural prowess of like, okay, it's matchup based, right? Like every situation is gonna be tailor made different. So, this guy just went on 4-5 games in a row, but this is the breakout game, right? Even just more so kind of looking for just regression within the player, just looking for certain patterns, being more analytical. And really, even for my job, it requires me to deep dive into data and stuff like that. So I think as my career changed, I got more analytical with how I was approaching it.
Wow,
To
look
be
at the
quite honest
star.
with you.
Look at the stars align.
Yeah, man. So I wouldn't call myself an over guy. I'm just whatever gonna get the
That's what I'm
money
saying.
guy.
Like, yeah, like you don't discriminate.
Yeah,
Like, there's
because
no.
I literally just had an all under mixtape for CS2, $50 six pick, bro. And would you know, it's always one, right? It's 5 out of 6. So that was just this morning, but hey, man, whatever it takes, you got to be able to adapt.
Yeah, nah. Like I say, I admire how you cook up. You don't discriminate. There's like some guys out there when they bet and it's just like, bro, like you always on this. Like, why is you like always and like it don't be working, but for some reason, like they've convinced themselves that like, all right, this is how this is supposed to go. This is how this is supposed to go. Um, but yeah, but like I say, that's not the case for you.
And they make it law, and that shit don't work.
Yeah, man, you can't get so high off your own supply. You can't get so full of your own pride to where you're not willing to veer off a strategy or a certain thing that you do that's maybe niche or unique to you, to where you just being blind and not kind of taking what the game give you, right? I equate it to the evolution of Patrick Mahomes throughout this last season, right? They leaned on the defense this season, right? Years prior, it was Patrick airing it out. We driving the ball downfield. We're an offensive minded team. That's the strength of our team. To where it's like, hey man, what's gonna get the end result? Because the end result is I want to win, right? What am I willing to do to adapt my game and adapt around my situation, what's going on? Um, and I quite honestly, with the stat corrections being so crazy and imperative right now, it probably would behoove me to start to hunt unders again, right? But I think with these heathen squares that have been on one particular app that I will not name until we get sponsored by them. So
Yeah.
if you know, you know. That has compelled people to take more overs, right? Which is really volatile, especially at alternately higher lines. But
I mean, but
I,
even in that,
I,
like,
I did just hit an all heathen
yeah, that's
square.
what I'm
Like,
saying. Like, yeah, no,
you know,
that's what I'm saying. And I have my methodology.
I low key could I did eyeball that one. I didn't even have to do research for that. Oddly enough, we talking about how research and eyeballing and stuff like that. For that heathen square, bro, I just literally looked at it and I said, "Can I get 10 boards against Golden State?" He did get rebooted, but he had 6 at the start of the second quarter. He was finna soar over it. He was finna have
yeah.
15. But everything else, I say, oh yeah, Miles ain't hitting 4 games. He about to have 28 tonight. He had 27. I looked at Tyrese Maxey. I'm like, no, Joel, you got Tobias, should still be a close game. You should have 30. He had 30 plus. It was just
Yeah.
like I was just looking at it. I'm like, oh no, nah,
Yeah.
Patrick's fucked up. Like they put some great lines out here. Like,
Yeah, they didn't know what they was doing.
man, and it just I did drop it. So I don't want but you didn't even I did. I did drop that
It
one.
did share the sauce, man. Nah,
Yeah.
I think like I say, my methodology, it's gotten me far, but like, what I'm saying, being inspired by you, like I'm trying to make sure I continue to like tweak it and fine proof it. My method, you know me, I'm like women's hoops all day long because I I lean towards them because I feel like for the most part, 9 times out of 10, like what you see is what you get. Whereas NBA, college, men's college hoops, 7 times out of 10, what you see is what you get. Just in terms of like the predictability.
And
Uh,
then men don't care, bro, especially when you start talking about collegiate athletes and 21-year-olds that done partied the night before and they done got drunk.
yeah.
He hung over, his girl done got on the team. Now he mad. Team chemistry done went down 8 points. Now, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just so much stuff you don't even know. I would rather bet on a seasoned professional
Professional.
with a family to provide for Who gonna take it serious?
Yeah, and now look, they get barely produced and still get an NIL paycheck. So yeah, I mean, so I could understand that. I hit on 2 overs today. Overs ain't foreign to me. It's just what my eye sees is unders first and then. But I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to open up the portfolio of diversity with my prop bets. Which I'm doing a good job at. Hit on 2 overs. Shout out to Porzingis for the 2 threes and
Wow,
Ben
what a bomb.
Ben
Anyway,
Ben Caro over 20 points tonight. So yeah, man. And I hit on a demon. You talk about eyeballing, right? I hit on a demon last week. He hadn't hit
mhm.
for a while. He in the Garden. Stephen Curry. Of course, you're giving us 30 tonight. Steph, we in the Garden. What are we talking about?
Oh yeah, they had a heathen square for Steph at 29.5.
At the
Easy over.
Yeah. So yeah, nah, beautiful people. Yeah, man. Stay tuned. Even if it's not for the podcast, because it's sometimes like hard to turn around just from like doing the show on Tuesday and trying to get y'all a relevant prop. If you just rock with the podcast and you in the sports betting heavy, just let us know in the comments, man, and we'll just, put something out, not necessarily in podcast format, but just something for y'all to have picks some Scheinhardt, Izzo, shoe, as well as myself. March Madness is here, ladies and gentlemen. March Madness is here. This is when I really like to get active, build that bankroll going into the NBA playoffs and build that bankroll going into the WNBA season. And so
Dwight Powell, if you listening,
hey dog.
please.
Hey bro, it was nice. It was fun while it lasted. This, so I don't think he playing no more.
Boy,
Derek
I hope
Lively.
that bum get at least 5-10 minutes.
Derek Lively getting all them reps now, dog.
Nah, for sure. Shout out to D Lively.
Beautiful people, this is what you call a great episode. Thank y'all for tuning in and listening, and we will see you next week.